It is Wednesday, September 3rd, and it was Game 2 of the 12-game Gauntlet, and Game 2 between the Yankees and the Astros. Will Warren facing off against George Costanza. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Oh, somebody kill me, please! I want to die!
Frankie, why is it that every time you come on the show with me, this shit happens? I promise we don't plan for you to come on after the Yankees blow the game or after Aaron Boone makes a questionable decision. We planned it ahead of time. So maybe that's a good time to bet against the Yankees. If we know Frankie's going to be on the show, that's going to be the new DraftKings segment. The crown is yours. If you bet against the Yankees, if you know Frankie's going to be on the show. Frankie,
yeah.
What is going on here?
We're going to make a lot of people a lot of money by just betting against the Yankees every time I appear on the show. Devin Williams, man.
Well, I'm not even going to blame him, man. I got to blame Aaron Boone for even putting him in there. There's this old saying, Frankie. If someone shows you who they are, believe them, right? Devin Williams has shown us all season long he can't pitch in big spots. He cannot do it. It's like asking Giancarlo Stanton to run the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. It is not going to end well, and he will probably die. Devin Williams did suck. He walked 3 guys. Umpire was not good. I got to, give that caveat. But he should have never been in that position, Frankie. What is Aaron Boone doing? When will this guy ever learn?
Never. As long as he keeps getting contract extensions and as long as Cashman and Hal keep telling him you're doing a great job, nothing will change with the way this guy manages a baseball team. It is the 2 things that I'm going to look back on this year when this Yankee season eventually mercifully ends before we even get to a world title is I will think about the 2 things that will kill Aaron Boone, that have killed Aaron Boone this year have been the love affair that he has had with both Anthony Volpe, who sucked again tonight. Great job, Anthony. And Devin Williams, who has been such a liability almost every time he's out there. And I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, did Devin Williams or Anthony Volpe do something in a past life for Aaron Boone that resulted in him being eternally grateful and therefore he has to put him out there all the time? I don't get it. It is clear as day that Devin Williams should not be pitching in a big spot. And yet again, in a game that we have to win, after we blow a big lead, on the road, have a chance to win the series against Houston, we bring him out there again. And don't even get me started on the constant just of Volpe. Just he's such an energy killer every time he comes up to the plate. Just when I was starting to believe in this team, and you know what's frustrating? One last thing. Earlier today, I actually thought we were going to gain a game because Toronto was down 5 runs, Boston was down 7, and Toronto won unbelievably. We went from thinking, oh, we're going to be a game and a half back to now we're 3.5 back. A complete disaster of a day. Thank you, Aaron Boone. Thank you, Devin Williams. Thank you for being such crap.
Let's get to the recap.
Get it going.
Before Frankie bursts that vein in his forehead there. So, obviously, not the way we wanted it to end up, but things started off pretty well. We had the home run by Giancarlo Stanton, an absolute bomb. They were talking about how he's trying to hit the bottom third of the ball right as he smokes one onto the train tracks. 18th home run of the year for him. I contend there's not much better in this world than watching Giancarlo Stanton hit a no-doubt home run. It's a beautiful thing. It's like gazing at the Mona Lisa, just mesmerizing. We had a couple of nice plays from Cody Bellinger in this game. Top 4th, we had a hard single by Ben Rice, and then Austin Wells went oppo-boppo for home run number 20. We had talked about earlier this week, in both the podcasts we've done this week, that the lefties that the Yankees have would probably do well at Houston. And that's why they have played, I think, pretty well at Houston recently. I mean, the lefties that we have tend to hit the ball in the air the other way, and that plays very well at Houston. It's one of those ballparks where we can pick up home runs on the road. But free mustache ride from Austin Wells. How does that put us at I know his home run over-under was 19.5. Where are we at? I think I had under. I think I took under by, begrudgingly.
You took under, and I believe you took under because you didn't want to be matched with Kratz on every single over-under. So you took the under. I also took the under. That was probably just, I don't know what I was thinking there. Terrence and Kratz both took the over. So right now the score is Terrence and Kratz 2, me and you 1. But there's still plenty of chances, like, Dominguez over under 23.5. Like that won't happen.
Yeah.
But there's a couple other that we will be,
I mean, you never know.
Anthony
Dominguez
Volpe
might hit
War.
13 home runs in the next 2 weeks. I mean, that would be beautiful.
Anthony Volpe's War over under 4. Like, yeah, we know where that's
Under.
going.
Yeah, Volpe had another tough night. I mean, I get tired of saying tough night for Volpe. I should just record myself saying that and have a sound button for it, just like I do for his defense. But, he was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, hitting .207 now with a .669 OPS. I had this conversation with Jonna last night, and I'm interested to get your perspective on it. Do you run him back out there next year to begin the season? I mean, there's so many different ways that this could go, right? I mean, you could sign Bichette. You could try and sign Bichette. That blocks Lombard, but then you can move Bichette off to like second or third in a couple of years. But you do have McMahon at third base for 2 years locked in now. I mean, I think that they're going to go with Volpe and just hope that he improves. And as our wonderful mod Lori C always says, hope is not a strategy. But do you think that they're going to run it back with Volpe next year?
Yes, and that is so sad to think about. If the Yankees actually cared about their fans and actually were interested in making sure that we weren't pissed off all the time, they'd be doing a bunch of other different things. But one thing in particular would be that there'd be somebody else starting shortstop for 2025 or 2026 opening day. Volpe has proven time and time again this year that he is not up to the task. I don't know what happened. His confidence is shot. His swing is terrible. He can't field. The Yankee fans are just sick of him. We're just sick of watching him. I'm sure he's a nice guy. There's nothing against him personally, but just as a starting shortstop for the New York Yankees, he is not up to the job, and he has shown that for months now. It is time to turn the page. It is time for the Yankees. If the Yankees want to be a serious team going forward, they cannot have this guy start at short. But because he's a homegrown Yankee, and he's an Italian boy, and he's a Yankee fan, they're going to keep putting this out there. They're going to bring him back for a 4th year, even though there is no reason they should.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it shakes out. We're going to have this is a little something I put together today. I'll go ahead and put it up for you, Frankie. But we're going to be talking about, which Yankees could be gone. We always do a video, 5 Yankees who won't be back, and I make my predictions. And there are different reasons that guys might not be here. Unrestricted free agents, obviously, and then player options. But then there's guys with underperformance. Wells and Volpe both on that list. Rice might end up being your everyday catcher, which would, make Austin Wells available for trade. Anthony Volpe, not had a good year. So we'll talk about all of that over the next several weeks. We did have some nice defense tonight from Ryan McMahon. He turned a round-the-horn double play. Astros tied it up in the 7th inning against Luke Weaver. Bullpen today was just awful. Credit to the Astros, they chipped away, but then Aaron Boone going to Devin Williams was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back there. I can't imagine it going to him in a tie game after what we've seen this year. It just baffles me. Yankees dropped this one.
There is only one person on the planet Earth who would put Devin Williams in that spot.
Aaron
and that
Boone.
Man happens to be the manager of the New York Yankees.
Yeah, it's like he hasn't been watching the games. I mean, how do you watch the games all year and think, tight game, biggest series of the year, rested bullpen, who should I go to? I know, the guy with a fucking 5.60 ERA after tonight. I don't know what it was coming in, but it was not good. Let's go to the guy who's blown more leads than I can count. All right, let's talk a little bit about Will Warren. I thought he threw the ball well. But one thing I didn't like, and we did get a call about this, so I'm going to go ahead and play this real quick if I can find it. I don't see it, actually. It might be in here. I didn't label it. Usually I label my calls with the topic, but we got a call about the quick hook on Will Warren. There's 67 pitches tonight. Now, I know he gave up a home run, but he was looking pretty good. He didn't have any walks. He was sharp. Maybe this is one of those situations where, you're trying to get him out of there while he still has a lead, still has a chance to pick up a win. But I know the Yankees don't really care about wins, so it seems like one of those things that we're like, and I'm not talking about they don't care about wins in the standings. They don't care about the win stat for pitchers, even though I still think it has some value. But I just, I don't get it. Why pull him there? He gave up a home run. It happens. You're playing in a bandbox. I mean, he was dealing. I thought he was dealing. ERA down to 4.28, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. I thought he was solid. What'd you make of the quick hook there?
Yeah, the more I think about it, it was the wrong move. At the time, I actually didn't hate it because I'm like, all right, he did give up a home run. Maybe you want to just. But then it hit me like, and now I'm thinking about it, back to it now. Like now you're asking the bullpen to get 12 outs, and this is not a bullpen that I'm totally confident in getting 12 outs. And especially if you need 12 outs from this bullpen, then that increases the chance of you bringing in Devin Williams in a tough spot. So yeah, looking back on it in retrospect, obviously the wrong call for Boone there, which is not, not rare. It is something that we are saying often, that Boone did the wrong thing here. And again, it's a shame because I thought Warren, as you mentioned, pitched well today, especially in the first 3-4 innings, and then he started to slow down a little bit. But 67 pitches, he earned the right to at least go out there and try to keep going. But Boone made his decision, and it ended up costing us.
All right, so we got 1,300 people in the chat. We're going to do something tonight. I don't know if everybody has been here before, but we play calls from Yankees fans as they react to this game. So here's John.
Hey, Derek. John from Hartford. Didn't want to make this call, but please help me here. I can't understand how Boone continues to put Devin Williams in situations that he's failed in over and over again. I don't remember him coming in a whole situation and holding a game and holding the lead. Another situation that you just can't go the well over and over again. There's other options that could come in the bottom of the eighth, and he just let this game get out of control. And
yeah, I'm going to go ahead and agree with him. Obviously something that we've talked about tonight. A lot of Yankees fans feeling the same way. I think sometimes managers get second guessed, but this is one of those instances where when I saw Devin Williams in the game, I was first guessing him. I was thinking, what are we doing here? I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, what is this a dream? Why it's a nightmare. Why would we go to Devin Williams in a tie game? Doesn't make any sense. Here's Jeff.
Jeff from Pennsylvania. This goes under the heading, wow, who didn't see that coming?
Another first guess. I sense a little bit of sarcasm there, Frankie Baseball. What do you think?
Yeah, it's no S, Sherlock. Like, what were you expecting to happen? And I also, look, I know that you pointed out the umpire was terrible today, and he was, but I really had a problem with Boone and Williams getting pissed off at the umpire there, as if it was the umpire's fault that Devin Williams sucked. Like, that's not the person, Boone, that you should be yelling at.
Yeah, yep, I agree. Here's Matt.
Hey, Derek, Matt here from California again. So, yep, as mentioned earlier, Volpe was a liability. If he had some good at-bats, brought in some more runs, probably wouldn't be in this situation. And why the hell are you pitching Devin Williams? We have Toronto, Boston lost.
Yep. Too important of a game to be taking that kind of risk. Also, news, in case you're listening, Roman Anthony out 4 to 6 weeks with a oblique strain for the Red Sox. You don't want to see young players, young stars get hurt, but obviously that, helps a little bit with the Yankees. That's their toughest opponent coming from behind in the wild card. Right now, the Yankees are 77-62, the Red Sox 78-63. So 1/100th of a percentage point, 0.554 to 0.553 in terms of winning percentage. Yankees just ahead. So the Red Sox lose a big player. Here's Joe in Connecticut.
Hey, Derek, this is Joe from Connecticut. I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again, and I do not care anymore. The Yankees are never winning a World Series championship with Aaron Boone as their effing manager. I'm done with him as our manager. Good night.
Yeah, appreciate the call. I think a lot of Yankees fans agree. BTR says Bednar or Weaver for 6 outs over Devin Williams any day. I agree, Frankie. I agree. Wouldn't you rather see one of those guys go 2 innings rather than Devin Williams try and get 1?
I would rather see anyone else on the planet get 6 outs than Devin Williams. But yes, especially those two, even though Weaver was not great tonight. So I would have rather seen him go further. If you told me after that inning, hey, Weaver's going to pitch another inning over Devin Williams, not even a question. I'll take my chance with Weaver.
Steve Fontaine says, I'm not happy. I hope Devin Williams is gone forever. I hate watching him pitch. Tell us how you really feel. Here's another call.
Did you not know that the Yankees were going to lose that game as soon as Aaron Boone decides with his genius ass to put in Devin Williams in a tie game? Like, how many times is it going to happen this season? If I know it, you know it, my dead grandma knows it. How does Aaron Boone not know that this guy's going to blow it every time it's a tight game?
100%. I mean, at first guessing. I'm telling you, people knew this was going to happen. And that can't be good for Devin Williams' confidence. Like, I'm sure that he understands this. Like, I'm sure he feels it when he steps out there, which is part of the reason you can't continue to put that kind of pressure on him. I would only pitch him in games where we're down like 3 or 4 runs from now on.
Do you think they bring him back next year? Is there any chance?
Not a chance. There's a better chance that I'm the opening day center fielder. And Frankie, I'm very slow. Not just mentally, but physically.
Damn, anytime we see Doval there or Devin Williams come into a game, they're like carbon copies of each other. They both suck. Neither one of them can throw strikes. You don't know where the hell their shit's going. Somehow they found themselves into a high leverage relief role, no matter what team they go to. It blows my mind. These guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian. You were saying, Frankie. Sorry to interrupt there.
Yes, he shouldn't be on the team next year. But why is it not? I can see Boone going to Cashman and being like, "Hey, don't worry, another year we can fix him." No, really, I can. We can do these things. Matt Blake can figure it out. I can just see Boone in my head talking Cashman into another year. I don't want it to happen, but would it really shock you if Boone is like, if the Yankees somehow bring this guy back?
Devin Williams is a free agent. I don't think he wants to be here. I think he would rather be somewhere else. I mean, I think he would take less money to be somewhere else where he doesn't have to deal with the pressure. Brian Bashman says the analytics department says Devin Williams will blow 9 out of 10 games. So we're just waiting for the one. All right, last phone call, and then we're going to get to DraftKings.
Derek, I don't understand. I don't get it. We need to win these games. 6-6 is all I'm looking for. You win the first game versus the Astros. You're in the second game, it's a tie, 4-4. Okay, you still have a shot to win the game. And who do they bring in? Williams. Why am I seeing this guy? Why is he pitching in any pivotal moment? Yes, I understand he's on the team, so they have to use them, which leads me back to the bigger question. Why is he on the team? He just walked in a run. We're down 5-4.
Yep, he shouldn't have been on the team. He should have been dealt at the deadline. We got a lot of comments here saying that Boone is gambling. You never know. I mean, anyway, let's get to the DraftKings ad.
Game on. Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime TD rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FOUL. That's code FOUL to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
All right, Mr. Frankie Baseball. Tomorrow is the rubber game of this series. Do you think the Yankees will win the series, or do you think they're going to go belly up here and limp back home? We got Carlos Rodon, who is 15-7 with a 3.18 ERA, versus Christian Javier, who has not pitched much this year, 1-1 with a 3.38 ERA. And tomorrow, the Blue Jays are off, the Red Sox are off, so it's just the Yankees in control of their own destiny tomorrow. Do you think they can get it done?
If we had won earlier tonight, I was thinking like, oh yeah, we're gonna sweep the Astros, and then we're gonna sweep the Blue Jays, and then we're just gonna. But now after tonight, I'm just assuming that we're gonna lose this game and then get swept by Toronto, and yeah, I'm leaning towards no. But it is the Yankees, and they have the way of just teasing you, surprising you, just making you go crazy. The ups and downs of this team. It's not normal. I don't like being a fan of this team because it's never normal. They have these unbelievable highs and these ridiculous lows. We're on a ridiculous low right now, and I'm going to lean towards that it continues tomorrow, but we'll see. I know this team is probably making the playoffs, but once we get there, I'm not confident in no matter who we face, no matter who we're probably Boston. I'm not confident that we're going to be going far.
We got some mixed opinions on Rodon tomorrow. He's throwing the ball pretty well, but he has struggled on the road a little bit. And I don't love him in Houston because he gives up a lot of fly balls. And in Houston, those could end up in the seats. So I hope that he pitches well, but, fingers crossed. Frankie, thanks for joining tomorrow. Mr. Eric Kratz will be on the show to break down this series. We'll see you then. Catch you next time.
If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and subscribe. Check out NYYDesigns.shop for some great merch. Support our sponsors. It helps keep the show going. And you can find us on all major audio platforms, so be sure to subscribe there too. But most importantly, come back again soon. We'll see you next time.